Hello everyone, welcome to Downtown Tailoring. In today's video, we are gonna make a Milanese buttonhole. This is the original buttonhole that was in the jacket. The tailor didn't have time to do the right buttonhole for my customer. So I'm gonna remove that buttonhole and I'm going to make a Milanese buttonhole. I'm going to use silk thread for the buttonhole and I'm gonna use gimp thread to make it look nicer. So, this is not really an easy job. So, we need a little bit of meditation and concentration in order to do a good job. So, the first thing I'm gonna do, and that makes me really scared, is to remove the older buttonhole. This is a buttonhole that is so beautiful and so nice, yet probably unnecessary. It kind of reminds me to the quiet luxury. This is a theme that I've seen all the time in the internet. It was even a trend. The quiet luxury is a kind of lifestyle where the people are very elegant and use clothes that are really well done and very exclusive, but they really don't show any brand or anything. So for the untrained eye, it might feel like something that just look good, but you cannot understand why it looks so good. So pretty much after you remove your buttonhole, you have to try to remove all the marks. So when I'm sure that everything is all good, I'm gonna trace my buttonhole on my lapel. For that, I'm gonna help myself with tracing paper. I'm gonna mark on top of the tracing paper the buttonhole, and then I'm gonna use a white heat erase pen to mark it a little bit better. Look how the ink is coming up. Let's talk what quiet luxury really is. When we talk about quiet luxury, we are talking about exclusivity, super good taste, but without overly show the luxury or the wealth. I will say that it's kind of a subtle message that wealthy people communicate with each other. It's kind of almost a secret society because the lapel is two pieces of fabric that are not really working as one. I'm gonna use diagonal stitches. They were called tailoring stitches back in the days to hold the two layers together. When you talk about quiet luxury, you are talking about a great cut, like the clothes really falls the way it's supposed to be. We are talking about the quality of the fabric. It's not like any fabric is made out of very, very good material. A Milanese buttonhole, for example, could be an example of quiet luxury because to the untrained eyes, it seems like just any buttonhole. Then I'm gonna go to my sewing machine and I'm gonna make sure that the stitches are very small, and I'm gonna stitch all around the buttonhole to mark it. Okay, I cannot see very well. Oh, look at that. It's not really straight and nice, so you can fix that. You can do it again and fix it. Now it's a little better. And the next step is to add a small hole and then cut my buttonhole. If you like, you can use frayed check to make sure that you won't have frayed thread, but particularly I prefer to overcast the stitch all around. Of course, if you use both, it might be way better. Today I'm gonna use 3 strands of silk. To contrast, let's talk about what isn't quiet luxury. It's not showing that you are wearing a brand from head to toe. It's not just choosing a kind of palette color and goes with that and thinking that the color will make everything about your clothes. That really doesn't work. A fast fashion doesn't work neither as quiet luxury. Sometimes it's a little bit even sad because I have a lot of customers and I talk to them all the time, and Sometimes customers think that luxury is something that is probably a little bit expensive and that's it. No, of course, the luxury is expensive, but it's expensive because of the value. The key word in quiet luxury is luxury, right? So, unfortunately, if a person like myself can afford it, then it's not luxury, of course. Then the process is very simple. I'm going to insert my needle from the sides in between the two fabrics, and I'm gonna pull it out where I'm supposed to start with my first stitch. Then I'm gonna make sure that I have enough gimp thread, and I'm gonna start to wrap it up with my silk. So I'm gonna make my movement from the left to the right on top and then going underneath. That way I completely wrap it. Then I'm gonna insert my needle and do my first stitch of my buttonhole. Let me show you again. So I'm gonna wrap it up. As you can see, pull it down, pull it so I make sure that my thread is out of the way. You see, I'm holding it with my finger, and then I'm gonna insert my needle from the wrong side of the fabric and pull it out at the edge of my buttonhole. When I do that, I make sure to pull very well my thread. This is very important. You have to be pulling all the time. It's not like a super pulling, but pulling enough so the thread accommodate in a good position. And then you just keep working and doing it. But Ida, why are you talking about this? The problem is that people are kind of losing the sight of the value of things. I've been growing very concerned about the whole fashion universe, where people really aren't grasp the difference between one thing and the other. And it's not their fault, let me tell you. It's just that the mess is so big in the industry that right now you cannot distinguish between an item that costs you $20 and another that costs you $200. For example, you want to be a little bit better consumer and you say, okay, I'm not going to use the most popular and cheap brands. I'm going to try to find something else. And then you go to store and say, oh, I like this top. How much it is? $200. You buy, you wash it once, even if you follow all the care instruction, and the blouse is just a mess. The movement of the Milanese buttonhole is a little bit different. It reminds me when I go to the fabric notion supply and I buy tapes or something, they always kind of wrap it up in that way, like a going like that, like from the left to the right, and then right to the left, left to the right, right to the left. That's pretty much the same movement that you just have to repeat it all around and you will be fine. So in the mind of the people, it's pretty much all the same. It's not like before. If you are a little bit older, you will know like before you could see and distinguish when something had a little bit more quality than other. But now the line between quality and between something that is well done is really diluted. For example, let me put something in perspective. When I was a young lady with just a middle class normal person, I remember that I didn't have like a huge wardrobe, but I always have a good pair of jeans that I used to buy for $50 a piece. I used to buy shoes for $100, $200. I remember my blouses would cost me $30, $40. And remember, I'm talking about the 90s. Today, the jeans cost exactly the same $50. The shoes will cost less than $100. The blouses you can get for $10. So how come after so many years where the kind of manufacturing is pretty much very similar, why is that you get it so cheap? Oops, my customer came a little bit earlier today to pick up this one, so I'm sorry I cannot finish this one for you, but don't worry, I have more to do. It's not just that the exploitation, because this is part of that, of course, but it's as well like the quality. Like when I used to buy a pair of jeans, that pair of jeans will last me until I gain weight. Otherwise, I will have it my whole life. And everything that I just said, it was completely normal. Can you let me know in the comment how much you will spend back then for a good pair of jeans or a good pair of sneakers? Nowadays, people understand that everything is too expensive, and it's just because the fast fashion have teach people to have a lot of clothes but not quality. Quantity nowadays is more important than quality. Pretty much the Milanese buttonhole is done. So when you finish your buttonhole, almost done now, and I'm gonna make sure now to move the cord on top. I'm gonna use my fingers and I'm going to try to move it the best I can. And this is how it looks. And now I'm going to cut a little bit of the extra length of my gimp, and then I'm gonna remove the wrap that is on top, but I'm not gonna remove everything. I'm gonna leave around 1/4 inch, maybe 1 centimeter in both ends, and then I'm gonna cut the thread and just leave the inside part. Then I'm gonna insert my needle backwards, so I can create, I pull it and then push it a little bit so I can create a loop, and I'm gonna insert through that loop the thread that I just cut, and then I'm gonna pull it through that. So the gimp thread will remain inside in between the two layers of the fabric. I consider myself to be a pretty good tailor, but even me, if I wanted to do all my clothes just to, to be always very well dressed, I couldn't say that I am using quiet luxury, because just the fabric, we are talking about $240 per meter. I can't afford that. So I'm almost done, and I'm accommodating again a little bit the buttonhole, and I'm prepared now to finish. For that, I have to do my last stitch, and I'm gonna do the name in English. I think it's bouillon point. So for that, I'm gonna insert my needle, and then I'm gonna wrap up over the needle a few times. I think I wrap it up like around 10 or 11 times, and then I'm gonna pull my needle and I'm gonna insert it again to the other side, and look at that, it's looking good. And I'm gonna make sure that that will stay where it's supposed to be, so I'm gonna make 2 or 3 points just to make sure that everything will stay in place. After that, my buttonhole will be completely ready. I just need pretty much to cut the thread. And something important that I like to do, I kind of stitch it together and leave it like that for a few days. In that case, my customer is coming tomorrow, so I'm gonna leave it just for 1 day. What makes me really sad is that this situation makes almost impossible for the artist and artisan to do their craft in the better way they want, and people in general, because nowadays we have to live in a world that is gray and plain with nothing to adorn anything. Because nowadays, if you don't sell a lot, you can't survive, because nobody really will pay you the time that takes to do something really well done. This is the other buttonhole that I had to do. It's done. So I have my other 2 Milanese buttonholes for you, and tomorrow I'm gonna unwrap it and show them to you. And this is the result. This is how they look. I think they look fantastic. So my customer will be very happy today. Spoiler alert, he was. So I guess that the message that I want to convey is that, first of all, don't try to go with the trends of fashion luxury. Just try to wear whatever makes you feel good. And if you can, just try to enjoy your hobbies. And if you really appreciate some sort of art form, try to support it, although I know that is easier said than done. So let me know what you think about the Milanese buttonhole. Would you ever try it? And please let me know in the comment, what do you think about this discussion in the comment. If you find this video useful, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe, share, comment. Bye!